That's at Gallers.
Well, we'll say it being her birthday.
That's getting Gather the
I
Post.
thought it'd never be more than that after that.
That'd be Gather the Post, wouldn't it? That'd be the Gathers the Post,
That's
the
right.
call it. Aye.
And I saw her spin them
Up on the left. That
Well,
way.
we are sort of used to it, but Nappy doesn't like it.
Not she and
I don't
Donna
like
like
it.
Aye, you can best bed. It was a bed you pulled out and you lay behind. It was a bed
You
like
lay behind the bed.
it was a bed like that, but there was no inside. There was nothing.
Oh,
And
I.
the shape of there's a shape
There's
of
no mattress or anything.
Shape of a couch. Then you opened it
shape of
out.
a couch and you. Oh jeez.
I
off. And I hasn't it on. There's no fella.
You pulled out that.
You pulled it out.
And on the bottom of it was a tick.
A tick.
Call it a press
I
bed.
think there's no tick in Glengean.
Well, there was something we had. I couldn't lie on the boards, but.
There was something.
But where did the girls all
But I
sleep?
never got that bad.
But what about Betty anyway?
Benny used to be a trap. A big, go round. An old woman, big fat woman.
A bag woman.
No, I know what you call her over in the state in
I
Canada.
often did you
And she used to call it so many times a year.
Ah,
And
yeah,
my
4
father
times
always
a
kept
year.
her night. You know, it's late in the evenings, he kept her night and fed her and all.
My
I
father
remember
wouldn't
that
have her.
You
myself.
pulled out that bed for
And
her.
they pulled out the press bed.
For Betty.
Aye. And it was something now if I had press bed.
No, I don't
It
think
was
so.
all feather. Feather.
I don't think there was a
We
lot behind.
made a bed.
All I remember when you put the there was a lot of hell of his shoes Wellingtons.
Daddy, do you
Shoes and Wellingtons.
Shoes and Wellingtons beside. It's the shape of a
Ah,
couch,
but she was
but it's
quite
all
right,
wooden.
but we used to wash her off the Monday.
Not hard lifted
Why,
out.
what would you be
Oh, she
doing?
farted all night.
She had always her palm with her.
And what made her fart?
Utensils
Must
for
be
cooking.
Duncan Gavin or something,
And
wasn't
she
it?
put on the pan, on the fire, and she put that bacon on, and she just fried away this bacon, and then peeled her spuds and put the spuds in, and mashed them all up. And with the bacon and the spuds and all the...
What did she fart?
How
She,
could you
well, she farted away right now.
A lot of it, wasn't it?
She then
You can see her tell me.
And she spoke word herself.
Tommy would remember better than me. I would remember the one.
Yeah, ask Tommy
Tell
about
him
it.
to come in that Kitty was.
It might be a bit.
Well, what I can't understand is where the hell did
But
everybody
the
else
Biddy
sleep?
was better because she used to come in Clara. I used to work in Clara.
Robin
Robin Biddy. And that was 20's way.
He
And
was the
20's
freak
wee
merchant.
boy that wore suedes and polished
He was like
suede
us.
shoes.
He was a bit bent.
And he was a bit like that. But anyway, she used to, and
Sit over there, Tommy.
she was a wee miserable thing. And I'd say, well, if you dance, I'll give you a penny. And she'd dance round the floor.
Threatened Betty.
She done it for years.
She
She'd
sat
dance.
home and
She'd
she
dance
Do you remember-
for a penny.
Ask Tommy about the other Betty
And
too.
when she came back home, 20 cleaned her. Of every penny she had, he cleaned her. Of every penny she had. Isn't that right?
He was after the cubs and
He sent her
But
out
they're
every
still
day.
living up there with always
And
lived.
Clara was
Oh, sorry.
9 miles away. She
No,
walked.
no, Tom, we were talking about Biddy that used to live in Glengean, do you
Do
remember?
you remember?
The
Do you remember
tramp.
big fat Betty that used to sleep where the press was? The
Press bed.
press bed.
I don't know, I believe that woman belonged to Donegal. I think she used to come that way all the time.
And
The
Donegal.
woman that used to come from
Big
one
fat-
direction too, up that way. She used to go around on the collection too.
I wish them slept in our place. My father used to keep
I
in
think
the
it's a
night.
Donegal woman.
Was
You
she
never
better?
know. My father used to get up in the middle of the night.
Was she better?
He wandered.
Down there, John.
Tommy, what was her name, that Donegal woman?
I don't know now.
They're all Betty's
She
were
was
they?
better.
Jesus, Kenny, that could be your mother.
No,
They
my
were
mother had
around
me
by
anyway.
then too.
She had me at the
Biddy
top of
used
the
to
drill.
Top of the drill.
Not very far from it, anyway.
The drill is fun.
Aye.
Potatoes and she...
And she dropped.
Well, that is strange and how
She
that
didn't have
woman
legs, says Teddy,
would
go
come
for
3 or
your
4
I
own
don't
times
think
a
Tommy
year.
remembers that
And my
woman.
father wouldn't never put her out.
No, my father always.
And him, it has so many people about the house too.
The house was full without her.
Do you remember Betty coming? You put her
So,
on
that's what John wants to know where the hell we slept.
Aye,
Do you mind what room Tommy you slept in when you were in Glengean?
I don't know. I don't know.
beside
Which
Natalie there.
I slept on the kitchen floor.
Well, they slept in the kitchen floor. So there was
There was a room behind the kitchen. No, the room behind the kitchen. you remember the room behind the kitchen, Tommy?
What are you
Well, you, Eddie and Con slept there.
Let him sit there.
Eddie and Con slept there, didn't they?
No, but that room was one of the later days after room coming there.
But where did we all sleep before that?
Brenda.
Down on the room.
Was there a bed down there?
Oh,
Sit down there, Tommy, in that chair.
In the upper room?
And who slept in the upper?
And then there was a room off the upper room. That's where my father and mother
And
slept.
who slept upstairs?
Oh, jeez, that only
When the
slept
town
that
went
only was built in
raiding.
19, what year did John die? 1937. I don't like being on camera.
Oh, you love it, Maggie, you love it.
You're not doing that.
1937 John died. John was killed. 1935. Well, we were putting that top story in the house when John died. Isn't that right, Eddie? That's right.
I thought that was there longer than that.
Oh no, it's all in the back stories.
There's Francie
Oh,
Cullen.
but just a single story.
That's right. In 1937 John was killed
Next,
in the
what?
States, and they were building the top story, but sure, it was never made any use of because
No,
it
it's never used it.
no, well, it was going to be
You kept your dresses up there?
well, it was going to be a two-story, and then he was killed in a sort of.
There's one bed up.
So there was only 2 rooms for years. There was Bridget and you and everybody
Oh,
before they
we're
went
not
to America. They were all in them
There was
2
2 bedrooms, just a
And-
kitchen, a sitting room, and 2 bedrooms.
And did the girls sleep in one room and all the boys? Where did Grand and Granny sleep?
In the back room, there's 2 beds, one on each side of the back bed, 2 double beds.
And Grand and Granny slept in one bed.
That's right, and
Because we saw that in the video in Canada.
There'd been 3 or 4 in the other
He
bed,
went up
and
the
3
stairs.
or 4 in the front bed. What the hell more do you want?
Yeah, there's four in that one room.
Our
And
Granny
then-
and Granda slept.
That's the upper. Is that the upper room?
The upper room, there'd be
That's
4
where we
more.
all slept.
Yeah. Well, which was the upper room? Or Granddad and
There's an
Grandma's
upper room, and then there's a door. There's
Yeah.
a door into a back room, and me
Oh, the
mother and
back room.
father. Yeah, there's a back room off that.
Yeah,
Big
there's a back
fireplace in
room,
that.
the back room, the upper room, and where's the lower room then?
The sitting room.
Down below.
Oh, we
Oh,
always
I
had a
thought that wasn't built there.
parlour. Eh?
Oh no.
That wasn't built. The one with the fancy ceiling.
Oh, that was under
That
it.
was always there.
You know that all came out in the
Oh,
video.
you told me the
scene
other
and
day
everything.
that was just put on in later
No,
years.
no, no, we
No,
put
there's
the
no
fancy
no
ceiling
year
and all
there.
on it. Jeez, I don't know what they're putting the fancy ceiling on the ass of the mountain for, but they put a fancy ceiling on it.
That was the
It's
sitting
not
room.
like
What
the
became
Sistine.
known as the sitting room.
It's not like the Sistine
That's it,
Chapel, but
That was the
that
that was that was a bedroom.
Well, no.
That's good.
From we ran a bit at the house.
Well, Kitty, we saw
We
the
had
fireplace in the video.
We
You
had
know,
a
he went
room
back
up the
in the summer.
stairs.
The sitting room
We-
or
we
the
put-
bedroom?
A
was
bed,
on
This
bedroom,
side of the
bedroom
house.
is we
That's right,
found.
we
And
had
a
a
true
fireplace.
fancy
A
ceiling.
wee small
And hooks
bedroom.
for the
And
coats.
held a double
Where
bed.
is it?
Oh.
And one of the rooms in the
Yeah.
upper room or
That's
the
something
lower
you
room,
get when you
whatever.
see
The
it.
hook was still up there and there was
Yeah.
nails where the
You're right,
pictures were and
Nadine.
all. It all came out
That
very
wee room
good.
there.
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
back in the summer used to hang up behind
Well, one bed there and
bedroom. Then there was a bedroom off it.
two
There's
beds
2
and
beds
that
in
room
there.
that
Just
Kitty
room for
tells you
2
was
beds and a door.
left led
And
in
windows
the
facing the
left.
door. You know, just a bedroom.
And then to the
Bed
front
on each side of
room
the door. 2
was
double
one
beds.
bed.
Yeah.
Well, sure, the boys could have slept all in there, really.
Well, they worked so hard that they slept in clothes.
But then I remember Eddie and them sleeping in the back scullery
what I was
of the
saying.
kitchen.
Yeah, well that was a little
You mean in
later.
That was in
actual
later years.
in the scullery?
No, it wasn't a scullery, it was a bedroom.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
there was a spring there.
You know where the
floor
sink
was always
is?
damp.
Ah,
Remember the floor was always damp, there was sort of a spring or else there was no...
Shows the sink in the video too.
Ah, but yeah, that's in later years, dear. That was a bedroom years ago.
Oh, well, that's why then. Where was the kitchen all the time? No, where did you just in
The
the living
original
room?
kitchen,
Yeah,
but that was a
the
bedroom where
kitchen,
we
there's the
upper
original
room and
kitchen.
under.
there was
Yeah.
no
The kitchen
scullery
and the
there.
big-
There was
well,
no
the-
scullery.
There wasn't a
Barn
scullery.
kitchen
the
is
cooker is.
There's a living room and
cooker's
kitchen
still
and
there.
everything.
Yeah, well, that's the living room, right?
That's
Yeah,
the
but that was
kitchen.
kitchen and living room.
Oh, I see.
Kitchen. I thought you
Like
used
a
to be
bed
full of
set.
nice
It was
and
like a bed
clean.
set.
Oh, well, that's what I mean, yeah.
My God,
You
you
never
should have
had
no
it?
time like what
What?
we used to have.
You
Not
never
now
had
the
it?
cleaners, no.
How did what house?
Island at night.
Well,
What did you do? You just told jokes and chatted?
Aye, and ghost
Yeah, when
stories.
Con was living there,
You
yes.
listened to radio much?
Oh, I
We were the
see
only
that.
ones that had a radio at that
Well,
time,
just
am I right,
that way.
Molly?
I remember when we were out there. I remember being out there.
I remember if I had it now, you get a
And
right
also
time
the
for it,
video
I'm
showed
telling
where
you.
the dances were.
Eh? The barn used to be where the
It
dances
showed
were.
that in the video where the
And
dances
that's where they used to train the IRA, the time of the
Yeah,
Troubles.
well,
Your
that's
father
what
used
the
to train the
whole
IRA.
I know. We used to. They
Out
used to
in
be
the barn.
in the old kitchen. You know the kitchen as you going through. It used to be thatched and white, just a white house. The White House, we called it. We should have called it something.
The White House.
The White House. There used to be a sort of a half loft on it, and that's where they kept all the guns and stuff.
Is that right?
Up
And
in
my
the loft.
father- my
I
father
always
trained them.
trained out.
That's where
But
they
they
held.
fa-
That's where they held the dances. Where the haggard is at the back, right?
Oh, that's what it was.
What?
There's a barn off that
The
side.
barn.
The big barn as you go down
I'm
before
talking
you
about
hit
the
the
kitchen.
street.
There used to be a half loft
Half loft.
on the kitchen. I
Yeah.
remember it. That. Sort of a half loft where you could
The
get at things.
1916
At the fireplace you
they
could,
kept the guns.
you know, reach up and get at the guns and all the rest.
Oh, there
Keep
was
up
a sort.
there. That was
Oh,
the
Some more
kitchen.
about it
That
there.
Yeah.
was the front kitchen where the cooker is.
yeah. There used to be a loft there.
Half loft.
Tommy, do you mind
Yeah.
all that?
And there used to be guns and, you know, that's where they kept
Tommy.
ammunition on.
Jeez, if the Brits had come in, you'd
I
have
when
been
they
ruined.
did come in.
It was a
but
back
never
of
had them,
hands
like,
in
there
them
when
days,
they
it
were-
wasn't a Brit.
Tommy says there was no guns there now.
The men used to always sleep out on the ditches at night, like, you know, in the flubbles.
Yeah.
They all slept out.
That was the
It's a
1960s.
good job it wasn't today, or we'd be taken up. Kiddies used the men that used to train, used to sleep out.
Yeah, well that's true.
No, all slept.
that's
Sure,
fair
nobody
enough.
was in their house at night. Isn't that right,
No.
Eddie? Brady used to
We
be
had
there.
leave
Brady
the-
was
we
only
had
16
leave
or
the beds
18.
about 6 o'clock in
And
the
Brady
morning
was
for
the
the men.
go-between with
Coming
all the
in.
houses to see who,
It was on their own,
where they raided that night and who was shot and all that. It was
Understand.
she that went to McLaughlin's the night that Joe McLaughlin's father was killed. He was trying to get up the fire. You know the big wide fireplaces in the country houses. He tried to get up. He
Through the
tried to
chimney?
escape up the chimney.
Jesus.
Used
And
to be
he
big
shot
white
him in
ones,
front
you
of the
know.
2 daughters and son
Yeah.
and wife.
God,
That's right.
it's terrible.
That's the time Bernie.
Which house was
And
that
they
in?
say that there
Oh,
was
that's
who's this
over-
then if he hadn't been in, I think that it came from my father.
Behind the mountain.
If he hadn't been in that night, they said they were going for John Barney.
Oh, my father was the next one.
How did they
My
not
father
come
was
for?
the next, but he would have been behind it. Did someone like a card?
Guard.
Well, how come they didn't come the
He was
next
a
night
good
for him?
man, all right. Now my father was a good man, wasn't he? A tough sort of a man, like a real.
A lot of people looked up to him.
But how come they didn't come the next night for him?
Not, I was. I
Well,
could get
they
around
got
the
their
best.
mom,
I
they
smoked
got
none.
one man, do you see, they got
He
He
one.
wasn't
He used
strict.
to buy me cigarettes.
God.
Very strict. Oh,
What?
very strict.
And how come he let you off smoking and all that? Or
Because
how
I was
old
only,
were you?
I was only.
Did he not smoke?
He did. He smoked a pipe.
He smoked a pipe.
He did, but I didn't mind me smoking. But I don't think he was that keen on when I was smoking.
Were you were the favourite?
I wasn't a favourite.
What?
My father. They spoiled me a bit. I used to remember he used to have a chair and he used to lean back against the wall. And he just nodded
You were
against
the
the
youngest,
chair
you
and I used to
say.
be on his knee.
Times were getting better.
Suppose he did spoil you. Could he have been the youngest?
Where did the name? Who thought of the name Glengean? Do you know?
Yeah?
Jesus
You
Christ,
turned
that's
the
the name of the
fire
town land. That wasn't our house, that's the name of the town land.
You turned it off, did you?
Bridget and Mary.
Why'd you turn it off?
Aunt Mary was
Cold
nothing.
out there.
No, she wasn't.
They must have paid her.
Bridget.
What?
It was a
What
what?
did you say, Kenny? Peter. Peter the what?
She says Mary was in the movement too.
Well, they had.
It must have Peter to be honest.
Eh?
Should we show you the badge?
Badge.
She's a badge.
It should be in the. I called it the Cumnavan.
Come the van, that means freedom or something.
That's a nice.
And Mary was at
But
it.
Brady was
Brady
older.
was
She was only
anyway.
18
Oh, I
and she
thought
was
that
sending her out, you know, in the morning to
But
see who
all
was
that.
killed and who wasn't, who was shot, who wasn't. But anyway,
It
McLaughlin
was
was
Brady.
killed one
It
morning.
was Brady
and
went
she-
over to McLaughlin's that
That's
morning
right.
to
And
see
my
who was
father was
shot.
going to have it the next.
Oh.
And they had it
My
lying
father
on the
never
ground.
was in it.
Was he nervous after?
Well, what did they do?
They all were flying off to go out around the ditches at night and sleep. Isn't that right?
Your
Edward?
father used to let them train in the barn, IRA man. They used to
They
train,
trained,
the
we kept
shooting
we
practice
kept
and all your
we
barn.
kept the
And,
guns.
You
and
see
the
that
back
man
and
that
pans,
died
yeah.
there, McBride?
Yeah,
With,
we'll figure it out.
how
He
far
was-
was
he
he
was-
from your
he was-
daddy's age?
That's right.
Was he
Yeah,
in that?
he was older.
mo-
Sure, he's up on 90. That.
But
See, you two were at the funeral.
yeah, were they?
Two were.
You two were at the what?
McBride's
At the
funeral.
Greg's funeral.
Were
He
they?
was real IRA. He'd have been 80 or 90, like he'd have been really.
Well, where was
behind
he
them.
when
You
your
know, it's-
father was alive? What age?
You know, it's not
Here.
IRA that
Here.
we know of today. It
Yeah.
was real. They were fighting for
If
their
you
bloody
see that
lives.
thing.
Well, it was them that got the 26 counties.
Aye, they helped. They
Oh,
helped.
no.
Who helped?
You want a cigarette?
Oh, the old IRA.
No dairy were great. Not
She
like
wouldn't
the
have- this is the
cowboys
1916
for
rise
money.
that
There was no
Kelly's
money
talking
then.
about.
Nobody was paid to do
No
anything
money
then.
then,
They were all
no
fighting for their
money.
lives, fighting for their country. Oh, different
Sinn
scene
Féin,
altogether.
The Sinn Féin, Tommy says. Tommy, do you remember much about guns?
Oh, they used to come in on train and gun used to be left on the house.
Right, a gun.
Did you ever
I
shoot
can't
one,
understand
Tommy?
how they follow
Eh.
Did you ever shoot a gun?
Tommy used to go hunting.
I remember they tossed corn in the cot. They tossed corn. They were looking for arms. They came off looking for arms. And I remember they needed corn out of the cot. Well, now in those times, I don't think Lingeen owned the cot. Do you know all the houses in Lingeen? I don't think there'd have been a cot. You wouldn't have got a cot in Lingeen. It was whenever he was in anyway, he was sleeping and they healed him off. They healed him out. They threw him out of the cot. Just healed him out of the cot.
You were
Looking for
kept
the
on
arms.
what do you call it?
Teach it not at all.
Oh,
No.
you know rightly what.
Who was this, the black and tans?
The cradle.
Cradle, a
Oh,
cradle.
everybody had a cradle at it.
And
Cradle.
because
Oh,
they made
Christ,
their own,
right?
didn't they?
Now, what would you do with a cradle?
They made their
What
own.
was a cradle?
You ain't
Cradle,
know.
for instance.
Cradle for a
But that's meant for
child.
a child.
They made the Sally rods, didn't
The rockers on it.
Oh, yeah.
they? They make it a Sally rod.
And Con was a baby and they
Boards,
threw
Sally
him
rod.
out of the cradle when they were in the house.
I heard Con say that.
What was that?
No, that's threw him out of the cot.
Who would have done this? The black and tans or?
Just stop
Yeah,
there.
the top.
you
And
saw
black
your
and tans
bed.
are your neighbours.
They pulled you all of your beds in upper room.
Aye.
The girls, every one of them.
Yeah, but they
They
must
went on
have.
the floor.
Kitty,
I was born in
Just
1924
and I didn't pass that.
Kitty, did they not have uniforms on?
Well, the neighbours and the black and tans knew that was involved. I'd make farms and all
But
that.
what about the neighbours? Did they have no uniforms on them either?
Yeah, you didn't have to have
Oh, the
uniforms there.
British all on.
What?
Not like
Oh,
today,
uniform.
it's just the
Where's
same
your
as
not
today.
find your slippers?
So they used to come around in their civilian
They're
clothes.
neighbours, their neighbours did it
Is
all.
it slippers?
Your neighbours
No,
did it all.
the neighbours didn't come around now in civilian clothes, and they didn't. No, they stayed quiet tonight.
Tonight.
There was far too many men without the neighbours. They give them their own where, who, this is. and
Ah, it's
that
just
is.
like the same as they send
They kept in the background.
They'd be in the background,
It's
sending them.
like something like a dance round, you see there.
Black and tans. Who was the black and tans?
That night in
Yeah, the
the was
British.
shot, there was 4
Aye,
tenders
but Brady,
of
but the-
black and tans arrived.
I didn't use
The
them.
baby.
McGraw's house.
No,
Do
the
the
baby
McGraw's
members.
And there was a Protestant
Black
man,
and tans.
wild
We're the only
in
ones
a
going
couple of hours
there.
before, maintained for the clear. You get it?
You always
Get
got
the
the
house
word
ready.
clear.
If they don't open, let them
Even
go
your
on.
good Protestant
And
neighbours
like
tell
this,
you
this
that's
is where the
clear.
land at the town.
Wasn't like the ones now.
At McGraw's with
decent
their
neighbours,
8
like, yeah.
sons and an old ma.
Yeah, but these neighbours would know well in advance what was going to take place.
They knew
The
what was
Protestant
coming.
neighbours would know if they're
So
going
then
to
they
do it, and if they
flew.
were grateful to
So the next one they went for was Ned
No.
McLaughlin.
Ned McLaughlin didn't get that chance.
He didn't get a chance
He
to
didn't get a
clear.
chance.
You
no.
say that he was.
He was shotgun up the chimney, I think.
No,
Not
he
there.
wasn't.
What?
There was an upper roof. There was an upper, you know,
Room. Aye.
a room in the roof space,
Aye. Oh,
and he had a bed there.
Oh, I see.
They were
Is it?
facing at the.
In the loft.
They
or
were
something?
nearly missing the bloody room,
Aye.
but they looked up and they seen him, and they got him down and
But
got him out. 3 or 4 of them held him on till they got him out through the door and told the wife that he'd be all right, and she was only 22 at the time. And that Joe lad and was
and
just a
Bridget,
child.
Bridget and
Richard and Kitty.
Kitty. That's
3
right.
of them was 3.
That's right.
I don't think there's too bad than that, it's dry. We're talking about the frost, I
Ah,
was
we're
like,
going
looking
now.
at-
And they
No,
got,
but
they
I
got,
don't
they
think
got a
there's
husband
too
and
bad
had
getting
McDonald's
rid of
and
dry.
She's worried about nothing.
Get
and
back
they
on
wrestled for a while till
Down
they
the
got him
pad
up
is
on
not
his
so
feet.
bad at all.
And they tried to
Then
Ah.
they
maybe,
come out on the
Might
other
be
when
side.
too
when
bad
they
once
did
she
get
gets
on her
going.
feet,
She
they
just has to
basically
go
got
slow
him
for a
down.
wee
If there's any water on the road,
Like
now,
we
you
Jack.
know where it could be.
And they started running the hill across the street down there when you were up, you used to go up this lane, you used to draw the turf. And then there was fire,
What's
and
that,
there was
Irish?
fire.
Tommy's concerned.
And then there was a crowd over there and they started firing too.
Because
And Ned
pass
fell.
over the ice.
I heard he
Here.
tried to get up the chimney now, but then
Oh,
it was
no,
maybe
no,
into
no,
roof
no.
space. He was
Aye,
trying
that
to
could
go.
have been it.
I could have been. I just heard that. he
No,
tried.
it's not. It's not
I'm
too
going to the
bad.
toilet. Aye, I'm
Oh,
going to
you're
the
going to the
toilet
toilet.
first.
But it's
No, I
not
thought
slippy on the
up the big
pad.
white chimney now. I don't know.
Who was that?
You remember that night, Tom?
What night?
That they got Ned.
I heard the crying and all about that
He
night.
was even crying, squeezing. Time he didn't cry till he got hit.
Did he cry? God.